side, divide. Looking for a man, looking for a man, looking for a man, looking for a man, looking for a guy. I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes, finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes. Looking for a man, looking for a man, looking for a man, looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes.
Louder! Show me the money! That's it, brother, but you got to yell that shit! Show me the money! I need to feel you, Jerry! Show me the money! Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money! Show me the money! You're the loudest black man! I love black people! I love black people! I love black people! Who's your motherfucker, Jerry? You, my motherfucker! What you gonna do, Jerry? Show me the money! Congratulations, you're still my...
Man, I got all the favorite bitches, say I'm delicious. I'ma have all you motherfuckers laying in ditch. I'ma kill all you rappers, I'ma They was rocking with your ass till they made a decision. All my friends making millions cause they know I'm my bitch. A lot of entertainers...
Good morning, Vietnam! Okay, here we go. Okay, yelling in there because my wife is over at the other house and she doesn't care when I'm yelling and she's not here. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Thursday night, Capital Advantage Shootings, live Q&A every Tuesday and Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. on same bat channel, same bat time, same bat channel. I'm here to help you with the SIE exam. Remember, all of the exams, SIE exam, the Series 6 exam, the Series 7 exam, the Series 63, 65, 66, the 57, the 24, and a little bit of this, a little dabbing into the 79. Okay, we got this. Hello, everyone. Don't forget, there's a lot of free resources out there, right? So what do we got? You got my Facebook group that is unbelievably growing so fast. It's almost 6,700 people. It's like 6,690 or something like that. Called FINRA and NASAA Exam Test Prep Network. I can never say the fucking name. Okay. Ivy, how are you? So check that out. It's free. It's private. There's a chat room for every test and it's super supportive people. There's like at least 100 people on there who have passed the exam already, and they just come back and try to help each other out, which is awesome. Okay. Applications. Okay. Now, don't forget to check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. And that's about it. We're good to go. Those are some great free resources. Okay. It's Thursday. I never know how the Thursday is going to go. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. And sometimes it's just really shitty. So we'll figure it out. I just came back from Philly. And boy, are my arms tired. Okay. Jacob Scott, John Jacob, Jingleheimer Schmidt. Boom, baby. Okay. Haha, that's awesome. I love it. You never have to hear me again, but you are going to have to listen to this.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Boom, baby. Never. It always stops in the middle. And listen to it again.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Boom. We're done. We're out of here. That's awesome. Okay. Now, that is awesome, Jake. Get the fuck off my lap. Before you say that, any surprises on your exam? It must have been the 63 or 66, maybe. Any surprises you saw? Okay. Lilo. Max, also formerly known as Buckwheat. Okay. I don't say this shit is boring. The only thing that's boring is 79 is a little boring, but some of this shit's morning. Okay, so now, yeah, you keeping me on my toes, my man. Okay. Daniel. You got 12 days, baby. Okay, we're going to get on it, right? Keep reading, keep doing quizzes. And then from like the 8th on, just bang out finals every day. And review the shit out of them. Happy Thursday, Ivy. No applications. Ken is not taking on any help yet. I have a couple tutors already. I have one that's active, 2 that are training, and we're going to see what happens with that. Yeah, Lilo, it'll absolutely be on the 7. 100% will be on the 7. If any exam of all the exams are going to be on, the 7 is the one that's going to be on. Okay, here we go. Let's see what your question is. When you get SMA, it gets doubled. What is that? Okay, like if you have 1,000 SMA, it's actually 2K worth. Yes, you have 1,000 SMA. That means you can buy $2,000 in stock. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do a problemo. Ooh, do I have a question I can do? I think I do. Let's see. It's on that. Let me do it here. Hold on. I'm going to find a good question for us. I don't want to type it in there. I want it in here. Hold on. Here we go. Good question. Good question, people. Okay, here we go. Hopefully we'll be able to see the whole thing, but hopefully let's try to share a little screeny screen. Okay, let's see what you can see. Okay, might be a little tight read. I'm not going to make it small. Everyone, okay. Okay. Okay, here's, I'm going to read this to you, okay? If you can read it, zoom it in, baby. Try to zoom this shit in. Here we go. A customer has the following position in his account: 150,000 long market value, 70,000 debit balance, and 80,000 equity. What is the buying power in the account if the market value increases by 50 grand and the debit balance decreases by 100? So we have 150 grand and it increases by 50. So we have a market value. Let me do, oh, I should, where am I? Oh, I think, let me try it this way. Let me do this. I'll copy this. Unshare. I'm going to have a little fun with this one. Mitch, it's awesome. Get this SIE down. Okay. Yeah, you got them all, right? The SIE 6 and 7, 63. I'll keep you in mind, my man. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Here we go. See if I can make this work. Then I do a text box. Okay. Now, if I share this, you should be able to read it. I'll make it a little bit bigger. That's what she said. Okay, that might work. Yeah, you all got to handle it. I tried something new and it didn't work, so I'm trying a different one. That might be an easier watch. Okay, that's an easier read, I think. So customer has the following position in his account: 150 grand long value, 70 grand debit balance, 80,000 in equity. What's the buying power? So let's just get into it. Where's my screen? First, I'm going to move this over a little bit. So if we start with 150 grand and we add 200, so I'm going to use my Mr. Desby. It's going to help you a lot. Should show up in a second. Maybe it's delayed. I just want to check the screen. There it is. Okay, so now, what are we going to talk about? So our first thing is 150 grand market value. We're going to add 50 grand to it because that's what they said. So we're going to add it. 150 plus 50 is 200,000. That's my market value. Now the debit balance was 70. It decreased by 10. So now I have 60. See, it's an easy question. They just try to make it hard. Okay. So we know that equity is always market minus debit, right? We know that. We know that for sure. So market minus debit. Where are we? Here we go. Market minus debit of equity is, that's 140 grand. Oh, don't you hate when I do that? What did I do? Oh, that's what I did. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. Okay. Now, so my equity is going to be 140 grand. Market minus debit. Now, what do they want? How much equity do I have? 140. How much equity do they want me to have? They want me to have 50% of the market value, so that's 100 grand. So my equity is 140. Equity of 140. Reg T of 100. 140 minus 100 is 40. So my SMA is 40 grand. My SMA is 40 grand. So that's how much extra equity I have. And remember, so buying power is 2 times SMA. 40 times 2 is 80 grand. So 200 minus my debit of 60 leaves me 140. 140 is my equity. That has to be more than half the market value. So whatever's extra is my SMA. So 140 minus 100 is 40 grand SMA, and buying power is 2 times SMA. Now, the reason you do it that way, right? So look at it. So if your SMA is 40 grand, okay? If your SMA is 40 grand, that's like having cash of $40,000. Why am I delayed? Okay. Cash of 40 grand. I'm turning off my Zoom. I think it's just fucking shit up. End that fucking meeting. Here we go. So if I have 40 grand in SMA, that's like having cash. So that means I can buy double that amount. Because think about it. So if I have 40 grand in cash, I can buy 80 in stock. Think of it the other way around. If I want to buy 80,000 in stock, how much do I have to deposit? 40 grand. That's my Reg T. So SMA is always SMA is equity minus Reg T, and buying power is always 2 times SMA. Leo, I hope that helps a little bit. Okay. Under 147A, what does it mean when they sell offers are allowed across the state lines, but sales must be made? Okay. Okay. Just get right into it. Under 147A, what does it mean when they say others are allowed across state lines, but sales must be made to in-state residents? So here's the deal. The reason they do this 147A is because you can have websites and stuff like that, and people may see it across state lines, like in another state, but only people inside the state can buy it. So somebody in California can see the offer, but only if they're a resident of the state that you're in, where your offer is, can you buy it. That's all it is. You can't buy outside the state. That's all they mean. They allowed it because they know for websites, and you may be somebody's in another state, but they're moving here. Who knows? It doesn't matter. They made it so someone outside the state can see it, but only people inside the state can buy it. Okay. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Okay. Yeah, again, there's usually not like the download people give all the time. It's fine, but it's literally the same thing every time. I just ask for surprises. Like that's why I find out about springing power of attorney and the flex options and stuff like that, because people say I saw this and I didn't expect it. Like we know that everyone knows that there's equity and preferred, but there's a lot more preferred on the test sometimes than people expect. And not hard, just accumulative, participating, convertible, stuff like that. Okay. Arizona, you get so fucking into the weeds, it's unbelievable. So you should ask so I'll answer that question, but you need to answer your question. If this is what you have to understand. If retail people need to know this, then you should know it. If they don't, just know the general idea. You have to ask me the fucking in the weeds questions. Now, I like the questions. I'm just saying you drive me nuts. Well, here's the thing. The fact that you're asking questions so deep means you're fucking ready. Okay. Because you're going into some heavy, heavy shit. Okay. I'm still getting registration in different states for BDs, and any tips I'm memorizing. I think the only way to do it, Frank, is to watch, find my quick and easy registration thing and just do it that way. But this is super easy. Okay? The books make it hard. Okay. The books make it hard. It's easy. If you have an office in the state, you have to register. As a broker-dealer or agent, if you have an office in the state, you have to register. That's the bottom line, okay? Now, if you don't have an office in the state, you don't have to register if you have no retail. So if you have either an office in the state or even a single retail client, you must register. The only exception to that is if you're the agent of an issuer that's exempt. An agent that issues exempt transactions, has exempt transactions, sell it in exempt transactions, or exempt securities, you don't have to register. So again, if you work for a broker-dealer, you're an agent. Pretty much agent always registers. So if you have an office or a single retail client in the state, you got to register. If you work for an issuer and it's an exempt security or an exempt transaction, you don't have to register. That's what we'll get to more. I see you had other stuff in there. Okay. Non-public arbitrator means they don't work for a broker-dealer or they don't do a certain amount of business for the broker-dealer. Certain lawyers and accountants that have do too much business for the broker-dealer could be considered an industry, not fucking asked. They're not going there. That's the thing. There's not a law test, okay? Not a compliance officer test. If it's a 24, maybe. For the 7, they're not fucking doing this, okay? Understand, if I have arbitration, so let's go through the whole thing since we opened this can of worms, okay? Now, if you have a dispute with a broker-dealer or an agent or another agent as a customer or an agent or whatever, 2 broker-dealers, 2 agents, an agent to the broker-dealer, customer to agent, whatever. Those are disputes, not violations. You will do arbitration because you probably signed a thing. You can't make customers do arbitration unless they sign the form, and they don't have to. They usually do, but they don't have to. Now, where's that going to? No, I think we're good. So now, if you have a dispute over $100,000, you're going to have 3 arbitrators. If any one of the complainants is a human being, whether it's retail or customer, it has to be at least 2 public and 1 industry. What's industry? Working for the firm. Public is not working in the industry. They're usually lawyers to do that. Okay. Now, if it's under, and if it's a customer, they can actually arrange all 3 arbitrators are non-industry or public industry, public arbitrators. If it's under $100,000, 1 arbitrator. And again, if it's a customer, it could be pretty much a non-public. If it's a human being, it'll be non-public. Okay. Now, I mean non-industry. Keep saying non-public. I'm thinking high schools. So again, over $100,000, 3 arbitrators. If there's a human being involved, there's going to be 2 public and at least 2 public and 1 industry. If it's 2 broker dealers, be all 3 industry arbitrators. Okay. If it's under 100, there's going to be 1. And if it's a human being, it'll be non-industry. If it's 2 broker dealers, it's industry. If it's under $50,000, you can do a simplified one where it's still 1 arbitrator, but you don't have to go in front of them. You just mail your shit in. It's just cheaper because it's expensive to do this shit. So if you're fighting over $5,000, you don't want to pay $7,000 to an arbitrator just to have him see you. Okay. Boom, Daniel. I love it. Okay. You cannot use SMA to satisfy an equity requirement. Oh, hold on. Let me get to that. There's a difference. Okay. So I hope that helps, Arizona. Okay. So on the broker-dealer side, there's no difference. Okay. But on the IA side, fair. So an IA, it registers either federal or state. Okay. And if, by the way, Frank, if you're taking the 65, focus on the state register exemptions, not the federal. Okay. Stephanie, I'll get you. You should be off this thing already. Now, if I'm an IA, I register either state or federal, never both. So if I'm over 100 million, I can register with the SEC, my managed money. If I'm over 110, I have to register with the SEC. If I am in 15 states or more, I am allowed to register with the SEC. If I'm a consultant for a pension plan that's over $200 million, I'm allowed to register with the SEC. If I manage a mutual fund or investment company, I must register. Same thing. It's a 65, 60, 63. Oh, this shit's the same. You must register with the SEC. So the 2 ones where you have to register with the SEC, over 110 million, and you're managing an investment company. You're the advisor for them, or they're your customer. There's another one called an exempt reporting advisor. That's called you're a private fund advisor. That's like an advisor to hedge funds and stuff. Okay. So if you're an advisor to a private fund advisor, meaning a private fund, which is a hedge fund, and you're under 150 million, you're exempt from everything. You just have to report your financials. Once you're over 150, then you have to register with the SEC. But if you're doing a venture capitalist firm, you never, ever, ever have to register with the SEC or the states ever. You're exempt. But you do have to follow. You have to send your You do have to send your financials to the SEC all the time. Okay, so that's now. If you're a state advisor, and again, I have videos on other sites to help. If you're a state advisor, then you're under 100 million, and you must register in the state once you have either an office or more than not 5, more than 5 clients. So 6 or more. Okay, IARs. If they have an office, they have to register. If they have more than 5 clients, they have to register. However, if you're the IAR for a federal covered advisor, again, you're the IAR and your advisor is federally covered, you only register when you have only when you have an office. You can have 1 million clients in a state but no office, you don't have to register. If you work for a federal advisor, if you work for a state advisor, it's more than 5 or an office. Now, that's it. It's not deeper than that. I mean, literally, that the only exception to that is, let's say you're a federal covered advisor and you have an office or more than 5 clients. You don't have to register, okay? You don't have to register in the state, but you will have to notice file in the state. So if you were a federal covered advisor and you would meet the definition of an advisor, you would have to notice file. Hope that helps a little bit, Frank. I have a whole playlist. I have literally a thing called the Quick and Easy Regulations Cheat Sheet, and it's a box and explains it all in my 65, 63 playlist and my 65, 66 playlist. Okay. Now, you cannot use SMA to meet your minimum. Hold on. Thank you very much. I love Mr. Disby. Keeps it straight. Okay. Now, you can use SMA to meet your equity when you're buying stock. Okay. That's fine. That's the buying power. You cannot use it to meet minimum maintenance. So if you get a maintenance requirement, you have to deposit cash or stock. So say you get a maintenance call for 10 grand. You can either deposit 10 grand in straight up cash, the dollars, the buckaroonies, sawbucks, or you can put in double the amount in stock because fully paid stock. So if you have a $10,000 minimum maintenance call, you can either deposit 10 grand in cash or 20 grand in fully paid stock because loan value on stock is what? Oh, yes, it's 50%. Good. Okay. I know. So that's what I'm saying. They're horrible. Okay. Now, if you're a broker, this is what they say. I think it's 20 years. If you are a broker, if you're in the industry for 20 years and you retire, you can never be public. Okay. Never, ever, ever be public. So right now I was in the business from 89 and I kind of retired last year at 2022 from the broker dealer. So I could never be a public arbitrator. I can go in and be an industry one, but I can never be public. Their idea is that you're tainted. I'm not sure if it's 10 or 20 years, but I don't really care. Okay, boom, okay. Yeah, the questions on the vendors turn you fuck around. They go like this. Well, they have one client in one state, and then they don't have any clients in the other, but they're institutions. And then on Tuesday, the guy drives to Arizona and lands in Utah. Boom, it's crazy. Joe Mary. That is outstanding.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
Thank God my wife is not here, or my mom is not here. Well, she wouldn't be here. She's in fucking Florida. They'd be fucking embarrassed. And Christina Goodman. 4 hours sleep, that is absolutely not what I want to hear, but it's good. Yeah, Kaplan tends to be a little harder. I agree. Oh, I'll have to go this way on this. Boom, baby. Let's get happy.
Oh, ching, here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that.
I love that. I get a little dance party every few minutes when people tell me they passed the bitch. That's awesome. Are you done now? Okay. Boom! Look at that. There's a superstar in here. Is fucking Brandon Rith, baby. I'm from Basic Wisdom. Hit him with fucking questions. I have to bring you back on. Let's talk about November coming you back on. I think that was a hit. I think we had good. The last time I saw him, he was going to France, and then he never came back. No, I know you came back. And then we just never hooked up again. I want to do that every month. I want Brandon on here. He is a fucking rock star. Boom, baby. He has a great website. Go check his website out, Basic Wisdom. He has some good shit on there. And he tutors. I don't know. Are you tutoring again? Because he took a little sabbatical, I think. How's Colorado treating you? Is it winter yet? Boom. Funny, Mike. You know what? Brandon's a nice guy. I don't think he loves when people do that. I don't like when people compliment me on my fucking stunning Rock Hudson looks. I don't know that Brandon likes it either. You know, we're humble men. Okay. Biggest tips, Lanro, get through the book. Lanray, get through it, okay? Boom. Okay, yeah, so Coach, what's the name of your website? What's the name of your website, Basic? Put it in here, baby. So, just put achievable with the essay because the first, Lana, just type in the day you're taking it and put it in there. And listen, let's fucking find a time in November because I have less. I'm teaching a lot of classes during the day, so I don't have time. Okay. So I would go. Let's try to do something in November before you get covered in 12 feet of snow. Okay, so Lanra. Yeah, it's awesome. Just type it. Go into their program. Type in the Type in the date you're taking it and just follow their program. That's your best tip. And I agree, Past Perfect's fine. They just go a little deep. Okay. You're not going to pull a miracle on ice, baby. You are going to nail it, Michael. You are. Okay. Yeah, do the chapter. Like, you can do it. Listen, let's do it. Let's fucking find a time in November. So, options chapter, right? So remember something. I do options differently than they do options great. So I don't use the T charts. Okay, they use the T charts. I think it's so achievable. So do either one. But if you ever look at my options, you can't go back to others because I do it a little differently. So, but yeah, Lana, just follow their program. It's gonna help you a lot. Boom, Jacqueline Sanchez Mora. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now. Here's the thing. That's what you're going to nail this thing, Jacqueline. Now, here's the one thing. This is one thing, and it's going to sound funny. Anyone who has a Spanish name, okay, which this may be, you have to make sure that your license and your U4 match up in the same order. Because I think some Spanish names, they reverse the surname. So you got to make sure they're in the same order, or they will kick your ass to the curb. I had a couple students at JP Morgan. They hired a bunch of people from Latin countries. And they were there, but they U.S. colleges, but their names were like Montoya, a bunch of names, and it didn't match up exactly, and they had to go redo their U4. So just make sure that your license matches what's on your Prometric U4, and then you go. You just want to make sure. Boom, you take it. You got. And anyway, Jacqueline, you have so much time to make that up. That is awesome. By the way, November 22, I think that's the day they shot Jack Kennedy. Okay, I know Jack Kennedy, and you're no Jack Kennedy. Okay. Only old people know that term. Okay. Okay. So here's the deal. It's not that they can lock it in. It's that they're stuck in it. Okay. So if I buy a long-term bond, a 20-year bond, right? So if I buy a 20-year bond and rates go a little bit, think of it this way when you do a little jump rope, right? If you snap or even a whip, little fun stuff there, right? Okay. So if you have a whip and you snap it a little bit, like this little snap, at the end, it's going like 5 feet, right? Because it builds, okay? So same thing on a bond. A little snap on the beginning has a lot of compounding effect, okay? So that's why long-term bonds move more than short-terms, because that little snap in the beginning has a big, like I snap it there, it's got a big, because it compounds on top of each other. And that's why the long ones go. Yeah, I mean, look, right now is a great time to buy long-term bonds. Well, treasuries, because they won't get called. Because what's happening? Rates are starting to inch down a little bit, and they're going to start dropping them like a fucking rock, okay? They'll probably try to do one more before the election, just in case. So now, and then if rates go up, the prices go down. Same thing. It's a little snap in the beginning, has a big on the end. Now, the other part is low coupons move more. Remember, long and low, baby, right? Low coupons move more than medium and high coupons. And here's why. If you have a 1% coupon and a 20% coupon, and rates move 1%, that's relative. That's like a 100% move for the 1%er, but it's only a 5% move for the high coupon. So that's why the low coupons move more. It's like relative. Like, this is the other way I explained it in a more real sense. Lila, if you make 50 grand a year and your boss makes $500,000 and you and her both get a raise of $5,000, it's going to affect you more than her. For you, it's a big deal. Maybe, I don't know what you make, but I'm saying if you make 50, that's 10% of your income. That's rent. But for her, that's dinner. Okay. Balance sheets, 4 or 5 questions. Just know the big shit, okay? Don't know the crazy stuff. Make sure you know PE ratio. Make sure you know earnings per share. Make sure you know what's on the balance sheet versus the income statement, but nothing crazy. And dividend payout ratio. Since it's the night before, that's the most you can work for. And then find my crash course playlist. There's like 10 videos, but you got to fuck off my live, lady. You got to go. Okay. Wait, Cats, did I know you passed the 7? Even if I didn't, I'm going to have a little fun here.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Okay. Now to your actual question. So here's my deal. You can take the 66 in a few weeks, okay? You can. Or you can take the 63 in like a weekend. 66 is a tough haul in 3 weeks, but you can easily bang out the 63. So if you can work and get the 63, it's not the worst idea in the world. Ask your manager, okay? If you take the 63 and then you're allowed, will they let you take the 65 on your own? Look, it doesn't matter we have the 63 or 66, right? As far if they're saying get the 63 done to be licensed, get the 63 done. And then take the 65 at your leisure, and then you're done. Versus the 66 is a bear of a test. And I'm not saying you can't do it, but why make it harder on yourself? I'm the king of fucking lazy. If I have an easy route, I take the easy fucking route every time. Although they say the right route and the easy route are usually not the same thing. But in this case, take the easy task. Don't drive yourself nuts. Okay. Stephanie, we're going to rock this together. Goose fraba, baby. I'm manifesting a good day for you. Boom. Okay. I did not answer you. Here. Boom. Look at this. Perfect timing, Mondo. Okay. Okay. Now, no more tests. Your test is tomorrow. Yeah. Oh my God, you're fucking ready. Yeah. Always go over client accounts. Find my crash course. Do that, Mondo. You're going to rock this. I've now decided, I've mandated, I've laid down the law that everyone who takes a test, literally every test, should read customer accounts before the test. There's literally not a test where it wouldn't apply. 63, 65, 66, they'll ask you about trust accounts. Read the fucking shit. SIE 7 and 6, they will absolutely ask you about customer accounts. There's literally no test other than maybe the 79 where customer accounts doesn't play in. So read the fucking thing. Always do the last thing you read. Why not? It's easy read. It's not brain surgery. And if it's top of mind, you'll be like, oh my God, I know what a joint venture survivorship or tenants in common or tenants in entirety. All that shit. Okay, good. Yeah, the textbooks get you turned around. Oh, Joe Mary, we got you, baby. Joe Mary. Got it. Okay. Christina, we got you back to back. And yes, big tripping, baby. You know what it is? I'm not really here. It's the fact you live in Colorado. And all that ganja has worked its way into Denver, and it won't leave. Okay. But what should we spend the most time on and worry less about for the 7? Okay. Yeah, don't go crazy on margin. So look, you want to know for the 7, read the whole book, right? Read fucking everything. But here's the deal on this, okay? This is what I might remember. There's a couple things that you have to go, okay? Now, options, taxation, not deep, just know it. Customer accounts, but debt. A lot of muni stuff, but debt. And suitability, but what you want to make sure that the suitability you're getting, you're understanding it, and it's a lot of shit on there. I'm trying to think if there's something else I wanted to talk about. No, I think you're good. Options, taxation, customer accounts, debt, and suitability. Those are the big ones. So I want to miss. Oh, mutual funds and annuities. Make sure you understand that shit. Not every little detail, but you might not get a lot. You're either going to get a lot of mutual fund questions and not of annuities, or a lot of annuity and not a mutual fund question. But don't sweat the fucking math, my man or girl. I can't tell. It's too tiny. Don't. I think Alexander is a guy, but that's fine. Never know anymore. You can't say that. I would focus on just understanding the big picture and the suitability of that shit. Okay. Good. So anyone who needs tutoring, can't find open with me or on my website with the other tutors I have, go check out Basic Wisdom. He's doing some good shit. And then also check out Michael Weiss over at Series70examtutor.com. He's a good tutor. Okay. Boom. All 50 states. You're lucky you're not fucking paying that. Okay. Guys, just so you know, I'm 10 minutes behind. Okay. Okay, Lilo, here it's very easy. When you have to disclose, because it's only fair to give the worst yield, okay? It's only fair to give the worst yield. Don't forget, hey, everyone checked out? Hayes did that drawing for my hat. I fucking love it. I'm going to make you guys comment on every day. Okay, so now, and then the 3-year-old did the other one. I think that's my face. It's something. Okay, now, you're supposed to give the lowest yield. So if it's a premium bond, you quote yield to call because that's the worst yield. If you go, if you do a discount bond, you're going to do yield to maturity because that's the worst of the two. It's always of the two, yield to maturity, yield to call. Because look, if a premium bond is more likely to be called, so you do yield to call. And if a discount bond is more likely going to be held to maturity, so you do yield to maturity. Okay. That makes me very happy. We'll do this. Okay. Why, yes, Frank, I do. Look at my 66 quick and dirty. And Berta, thank you. And it's Blurta. Okay. You're going to nail it. You're going to, I got that song teed up for you. Okay. Okay. Look at that, Christina. Okay. Okay. Now, inflation and bond prices. Okay, so when there's high inflation, here's the thing. So if I say I'm going to pay you $50 a year every year for 30 years, okay, that's great. Awesome. $50. But that shit will buy less and less every year because we're looking at the current administration, Tilly kidding around, that inflation is getting higher and higher and higher. So even though it's only at 2.5%, it still means it's going up every year. It doesn't mean the price is going down. So the value of your bond is worth, the interest and your bond is worth less every year. So the price drops. So the higher inflation goes up, the more the bond goes on. And a lot of times inflation and interest rates go together, right? Because if we have high inflation, they're going to raise the rates to slow it down. And if we have low inflation, they're going to lower rates to juice it up. Okay. Oh, that's very funny. But that's the thing. It's like, it sounds like a pain, but they want to make sure, right? Like, I always think I'm worried that somebody's going to be offended. But to be fair, the Hispanic people don't get offended. The one, like they're like Irish in a little bit. There's more things to worry about than a word. So yes, that's why I say always make sure that just make sure you're probably fine, but you just want to make sure that it matches like your birth certificate, what you used, and in the same order. Then you're fine. I literally had one person with 4 names, 2 were switched, and they said no, which is kind of shitty. I had another person who went with their license and expired the day before, and they wouldn't let him have it. Okay. Lily of the flower? I don't know. Okay, there's something there. Okay. I'm still 10 minutes behind. So technical fundamental, look, let me put it this way. When I tell people to reread after they fail, I tell them not to read that chapter. You do have to know it. You have to know the difference. Technical is all about trading, charts, trends, patterns, shit like that. And fundamental is about the actual inner workings of the company. You have to know technical, like you have to understand, not greatly, but you have to understand the words, support, resistance, head and shoulders, overbought, oversold, shit like that. I have videos on that. And then fundamental, you're looking at the company. Find my video that says resistance is futile. I think it's in the 7 playlist. Thank you very much, Lily of the Valley. Thank you. Okay. Yes, but it still gets hit by inflation, Max, no matter what. So find my resistance is futile video. I cover everything about fundamental and technical you need to know. The only thing I may not cover is dividend payout ratio. And just remember that dividend payout ratio is what the company pays versus what they earn. So you do dividend paid divided by earnings per share. Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. So just get the 63 out of the way. This way you don't have to think about it. You can get that done in 2 weeks, be done, and then you take the 65 whenever you want. And then you're done. I have a lot of people do that. And it's so much less stressful if you know you're contracted and you don't have to. No, we're good. Sometimes the camera starts following me if I do like that. Okay, so now. Okay, here we go. So I think somebody had a good answer, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. So yeah, find my time value of find my crash course playlist. Find my 66 quick and dirty. It's on there. Ian, and then the other one is time value of money. Time value of money will have a lot of stuff in the present value of future value. Linda Cairo. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I can. Don't worry about. Just understand the concept, Mondo. Okay, here's the deal. So here's the thing: a strip, a T-bill, a commercial paper. Okay, a strip, a T-bill, commercial paper, some muni notes, some CDs, bankers' acceptance are all types of zero coupons. Zero coupons are you buy them at a discount and you get maturity at par. Okay, you get par at maturity. Scratch that, reverse it. You get par at maturity. That's a zero coupon. Okay, that is a zero coupon. A strip is a type of zero coupon. That's a long zero coupon. Oh, treasury receipts, literally the same thing. Okay, not exactly, but pretty much the same thing. So strips, receipts, commercial paper, banker's acceptance, some CDs. There's another one. Oh, T-bills are all types of zero coupons, but strips are a specific type, which is a long-term zero coupon, and usually they use it for college. It's up to 30 years. That's how they difference. So that's understood. So strip is a type of zero coupon. Yeah, Frank, I definitely do. Okay. Jamil, how are you, my man? You must be rocking it, having all these licenses done and everything. Okay. See, I remember this shit. I don't know how I remember people. Okay. Boom, there you go. Christina, you got it. I just tweaked it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so low inflation is better for bonds. Actually, deflation is great for bonds, okay? Deflation is great for bonds, okay? They if prices go down, bonds are better. So I got a question. What's the worst in a deflation economy? Common stock. It's best in an inflation, normal inflation, and it's horrible in deflation. Bonds are great because if you're getting $50 and just say prices keep dropping, which is a bad fucking sign, so bonds are even better then, it's going to be worth more and more each year. Okay. Okay. Yeah, listen, it's better to hold it off by a week or two than to rush it and have to wait 6 months again, okay? So yeah, type it in, figure out early to mid-November, right? Put in the time like the November 15th or November 10th. You don't want to go too long. Anything more than like 6 weeks, you start burning out, right? Okay. So do that and just type into achievable the date you want to take it. Maybe say if I want to take it on the 15th, type in the 10th, so you're a little earlier. Go from there. And then it'll tell you what to do every day. And by the way, the guy, Brandon Rith, who was on here, is the one who wrote almost 99% of that stuff. Even some of the videos. Okay. Okay, Mondo. Okay, here we go. Mondo is the king of the Lando. Okay, sit down. Don't worry about it. Remember, there's 36 of them. You never have to remember them, okay? What you need to know. Yeah, I know I forgot you got the 4, Jamil. I thought. Okay, now. Just remember this, write this down. Leading tells us the future. Leading is telling us what's going to happen 6 to 12 months. Coincident is now. Lagging is telling us the past. You don't have to remember the fucking ones. I mean, okay, you want to remember a leading one? Stock market, S&P 500 is a leading. Housing permits, housing starts, things that are going to happen in the future, those. Again, you don't have to remember. I don't know all of them. I refuse to learn them. So don't worry about it. Just know that leading tells us the future, coincident is now, and lagging tells us where we were, like corporate profits. They file corporate profits at the end of the year. That tells you how good a year or bad a year they had. Don't go too deep into it. Okay, I have a video on the formulas you need to know. Literally, no. You have to you have to understand discounted cash flow, dividend discount model, future. I have a time value. Find my time value of money video. It'll help you, okay? But what I'm saying is that you don't have, I do the math, but you don't have to. I literally have a video called The Formulas You Need for the 7. Let's see if I can find that fucker. It wasn't that long ago. Here we go. Let's find this puppy. It wasn't too long ago. I only did the SA math explosion that long. Okay. Here we go. I did it a month ago. I'm going to put in the link. Okay. Here. That's all the formulas you need for the 65, 66. Okay. Read, baby. Chris Catelli. Read, baby. That's awesome. Congrats. On to the... Oh, you're doing the old SI 66, then the 7, right? I got it. Okay. What are we going to do here? I'm running out of songs. Oh, I have one. I love it, baby. Read. Awesome. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so Ricardo, go take a look at that video. That'll tell you what formulas you need to know. It's more about recognizing them than anything else. And then find my time value money video. It'll help. Got it. Let's get this SIE out of the way, baby. Just do it. Get it done by November. You can have it done this way. You're done before Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holidays. What are you taking after it? The 6, maybe? Jamil, baby, the man of 1,000 licenses. 763, 24, and 4. I love it. Okay. Buckwheat. How do I know where to schedule my exam? I'm getting 70s on this. Okay. If you're getting 70s on STC and you're not, and it's not for memorization, yeah, book the test for like a week or 2 from now, maybe 10 days. That's good. And go bang it out, baby. And then if you're running out of questions, go by. If you really want to challenge yourself, go by the Cap and Q Bank. It's hard. Your score will drop for a couple of days, and then you'll get it. Maybe even do the Cap and Q Bank and do chapter quizzes, like 10-question chapter quizzes, until you're worse to that shitty wording, and then you can start doing finals, and you'll know. Yeah, Jamil did a good job. He got a lot of licenses done. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, please do not worry about fucking DPPs. You could literally go, I don't give a shit, and never look at them, and you're fine. But okay, here we go. DPPs are illiquid. Limited partners only put the money in. They have limited liability that can't be involved. General partners run it. They have unlimited liability. People invest in them, use a subscription agreement, and they have to be able, they cannot have liquidity needs, and they have to have enough. They're investing knowing it's to get money with tax benefits. That's it. Literally, more than that, don't worry about it. Oh, and DPPs do not fucking trade. MLPs do, master limited partners do, but DPPs do not trade. I'm confused. So if I buy a 7%, if I right now get a 5% T-bond, it's paying me $50 a year. Forever, right? Because it doesn't get called. And rates drop to 3. So while the new bonds are only paying $30 a year, you're still getting 50. Why would that price not go up? Wouldn't that be more attractive? Right? So if I had a bond, if you had a choice of a bond that pays $50 a year or one that pays 30, which is more attractive? The one that pays 50. okay? The one that pays 50. So the higher coupon bond will move because, well, it doesn't move more. It moves because it's more attractive. And the longer it is, the longer it's attractive. Remember, you're getting the 5% when everyone else is getting 3%. So yours looks a lot better. The other way around, if you have a 5% bond and rates go to 7%, yours is still paying 5%. So it looks shitty. So they fucking sell it and the price drops. Got it. Good, baby. I love it. Okay. Oh, that's got it. Okay, that's fine. People. So I don't know what Max. I don't know why that is, but that's fine. If you're good with Kaplan and SDC is a little trouble, that's fine, and you can pass them. You're in good shape. Okay. Okay. How many times have you taken it, Christine? So here's what happens. You get to take it 3 times. You take it the first 2 times. After the second fail, you wait 30 days. After the third fail, you have to wait 6 months, not a year, 6 months. And then every time after that, you have to wait 6 months, unless you go 2 full years without the license. So I had a guy came to me this February, and he took the 24 and he failed it in 2022. He failed it in March of 22, early March, right? So I said, when did you fail it? He goes, March of what year? He told me the year was 2 years, almost 2 years before. So I said, why would you take it now and take the risk? So he rescheduled it to the day after his 2-year anniversary. He double checked with FINRA because he didn't believe me, but he did. He eventually did. And then he took it and passed without the stress. Because if you go 2 full years without taking that test, it resets to you get 3 shots before it's 6 months. But from now on, unless you go full 2 years without taking it, every time you fail, you have to wait 6 months. But that's only after the 3rd and 4th and 5th time. After the 2nd time, it's only a 30-day. Okay. So if you fail, so I assume September 21st was your 2nd fail. Okay. If you take it again and fail, you have to wait 6 months. There's no way around that unless you wait 2 years. Yeah. Look, I don't disagree. Hold on. First of all, yes, some people like Kaplan. Okay. Yeah, Daniel, I think Kaplan I literally think sometimes you can tell when the question writer is pissed at his wife or husband because they're just taking it out on us. Like literally, when I take these exams, before they stop giving scores, I get like a 98, 99, 1 or 2 wrongs. And on Kaplan, I'm high 80s at best because they're tricky and I fall for the tricks when the test is not that tricky. Okay. I get it, Lana. Don't worry about it. Here's the thing. In reality, what you could do is take the SIE. Oh, will they not? You can take the other exams if you miss. Just don't worry about it. Look, you can't be afraid of this shit. Do it right. Follow the achievable. You'll be super strong. By the 15th, you're 100%. 15th of November, you'll 100% be ready, and you'll bang this shit out. Do not worry about it. You cannot be fucking scared. There's no crying in finance. Don't be scared. Because if you're scared, then what happens is, here's the thing. So if you're worried you're not ready, right? Every question you see is going to be like, oh my God, I'm not ready. But if you go, I'm fucking ready for it, every question you see that's hard is going to be like, oh, I can beat that. You got to go in there with a badass attitude. Okay. Mondo, it depends. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to get. So it depends what you're going to do, Mondo. If you're going to be working with customers advising, get the CFP. But if you want to be an analyst and work on and rip apart sheets and look at balance sheets and shit like that and analyze, they get the CFA. It is hard. It's a 3-year thing. It's 3 tests. The first one seems to be the hardest to get through. Oh, the lowest passing percentage because it's all new people. So I hope that helps a little bit, Mondo. Yeah, look, if they're paying for it, it's worth doing, but it is fucking hard. Yeah, listen. I know they're going to help you, especially if you use Kaplan before, and you may still have access to their Kaplan questions. I love doing it where you go, you use Achievable for their questions and stuff, and then you mix it up with Kaplan or STC or whatever it is. I'm always a fan of multiple vendor questions. Like I would tell you to buy STC if STC would just sell you their QBank. Okay. So Phil, I'll get to that. So does it go condor spreads and butterfly spreads? No, just God forbid you see a fake question. Just know that they're neutral. Yes, you'll know the UPIA. Not you need to know what it means, like the why it's there, right? Like you have to do what's right for your customer, kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, don't sweat it, Lama. We're gonna be fine. Right? Okay. So now, yes, I can talk about it. Let's talk about joint accounts. So let's go through the different ones. So we have joint with rights to survivorship. Do not have to be married for that. But if you kick it, if you die, your partners get the money. It could be it could be 2, 3, 4, 5 different people in the account. But it's joint rights to survivorship. When the one person dies, the other people in the account get all the money. No probate. Joint tenants in common. It's a mutual account. It's a joint account. Everyone owns it, and you can do any trade. If you want money out, it has to be written to both people, just like in the other account. But if you die, your percentage goes to your heirs, your estate, your children's. It's governed by the will. If the other person dies, their money goes to their estates, their heirs, their children, and it goes through probate based on the will. That's joint tenants in common. Now, okay. Uniform Prudent Investor Act. You do what's right for your customer. I literally just said it. Uniform Prudent Investor Act. Do what's right for your customer. Okay. Your customer's needs come ahead of yours. Do what's prudent. That's what it is. They're not going to make you do definitions. Just do what's right for your customer. Now, then they have transfer. Then we have tenants in entirety. Tenants in entirety, you do have to be married to do. Tenants in entirety, you do have to be married to do this. And what happens is, what's very cool, if you do a joint tenants in entirety and you buy your house in it, okay? If you say you're a shit bastard and you get sued, okay? Philip, if you're married, they can't come after that house unless your wife is a creditor. Now, if you own an account and if you own a house or property in any other account, they can go after that shit. But tenants entirety protects you that if only one of you is a creditor, they can't touch that house because both people have to be a creditor and a creditor of that person to get it done. Okay. 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 Now, the next one is transfer on, and then community property for married people too. The other one is transfer on death. Okay. Transfer on death. Okay. Okay. Transfer on death means that I have an account and I name my son on it. If I die, it automatically goes to his account. It turns into his account, no probate. And it supersedes a will and all that shit. So transfer on death is I have an account. I put my son on it. If I die, he gets the money. Okay. Even if the will says otherwise. Okay. And again, buckwheat UPIA is literally just to attract for the customer. Okay. No. So Lilo, no. Remember, if you think rates are going to rise, that means your rates are low right now, and they're gonna go up. Why the fuck would you buy a bond now when rates are gonna go up? Because you're gonna buy a 2% bond and watch them rise, and you still have a fucking 2% bond. Right? So if rates are going to expected to rise, they have not risen yet. They are low. So if you buy them now and you watch the rates go up, you're going to lose money. Literally what happened to Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. If rates are low, I buy short-term bonds so that as the rates are going up and these bonds mature, I can buy new ones with higher rates. Okay? So if rates are 2%, you buy a 2-year bond. In 2 years when the rates are at 4, this matures, you buy a new one at 4. Rates go to 6, you buy a new one at 6. But if you buy a 2% bond that's 30 years long, here we go. Rates go to 4, you're still at fucking 2. Rates go to 6, you're still at 2. Rates go to 10, you're still at 2. You're fucking pissed. So Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, they own these as collateral for their loans. They owned all these bonds. This is what happened 2 years ago, right? So now, this is where the stupidity comes into. We all know, all my students know, that if rates go up, bonds go down. Okay? Lilo, the light went on. Good. Now, so I know, you all know, even Lilo knows now, that when rates go up, bond prices go down. However, the banks go, wait a second. Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chairman, is saying, we're going to raise rates. There you go. Now you got it, baby. Okay, good. See, that's why you need to come here and ask these questions. Ask and you shall be heard. Okay, so now I can only do this because nobody in the fucking house. Okay, when I had the kids here, they'd be so pissed at me. Now let's go on to this. You know, it's funny. Whenever this starts, I'm never sure I'm going to make it the whole hour, and then I always will go over. Now, so Signature Bank and Silicon Valley Bank had these bonds, these long bonds that were issued like in 2015 when rates were like fucking nothing, like 1 or 2%. So they're buying these 1 or 2% bonds and they're holding on to them. And then Jerome Powell says, we're going to raise rates. Didn't hide the ball, didn't do it as a surprise. He goes, over the next 3 years, we're going to raise rates like you have never seen before. Beyond what you've ever seen. We're going to take the rates from 1 to 5%. And Silicon Valley Bank and Signature go, that's fine. We're going to hold on to our bonds. We don't care that they go down. Fucking morons. All they had to do was sell those bonds and then wait and then buy higher ones. They would have still been in business. But because they decided not to do that, the price of the bonds went down by 50%. So then the bank examiners go, wait a second, you don't have enough money to collateralize all your money. So you need to raise money, do an offering, like sell stock. And when they sold stock, they first say we raise money. People go, wait, you don't have money? Let me take my money out of your bank. And then you see John taking his money out of the bank. You go, maybe I'll take my money out of the bank. And then boom, you got to run like Miracle on 34th Street. So the fact that these professionals didn't think of getting rid of their long-term bond rates going up is fucking is astounding, but not really astounding. And they probably have jobs somewhere else already. They should not be working. They should be not in charge of anyone's money. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with flipping burgers at McDonald's, but that's what they should be doing. That's about as much as they can do. And I did that when I was in college. And I drove a cab when I was in college. And I was a dealer, not a dealer at a casino in college. I drove a bus my first year working on the stock exchange because they needed more money. I did all that shit. So there's no job beneath me, but that's what they should be doing right now. They should not be working with people's money. Okay. Yeah, it's a fucking beast. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about the CFA, which is interesting. Okay. Here's the thing about the CFA. Hear that? My wife's home. The thing about the CFA is that they make it so a certain. So if everyone gets like a 90, or say half the people get 90s, I get 80. The 80s fail, even though it could be a passing rate a different week. Okay. Wait. So you failed it a third time, or if you fail, you have to wait. Okay. Boom. No, yes, sort of. But back then it was the 80s, so everything's right. Okay. Oh, that is outstanding. Hold on. You know what we got to do first.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Okay, so Shanks. Here's my advice for you. Okay. So wait, Christina, tell me, did you fail at the third time or the second time? If you failed at the third time, you have to wait 6 months. But if you only failed at the second time, you only have to wait 30 days. So you're eligible if you failed it on the 21st for the second time, you can take it again on the 21st of October. Okay. So now Shanks, here's my thing. General tips. Yeah, read the book. Seriously, whatever book you have, read it cover to cover. That's the first thing you do. Then start doing chapter quizzes. Don't do anything else. Okay. I literally just did a video 3 days ago on the communications for the 63. And it's basically 5 minutes long, and it's all you need to know. That's the best thing. Because it's a lot to it. I wrote all down what I needed to cover, and it's 5 minutes long. That's what you need to know. It's not deeper than that. Oh, somebody else asked a different question. Hold on, where is it? But the federal covered advisors. I knew it. I saw it in the night. Where did it go? Here we go. So, boom. I love it. That's awesome. So late for everyone. Boom. Ilka, there you are. I love it. Awesome. These are the girls I teach every other week at Edward Jones. We do like a nice little 3 p.m. tea. Okay, so now, Shanks, you're going to nail it. Get through the book at least once, and then start watching my videos, and then you're going to nail it. Don't sweat the math, baby, Shanks. Do not sweat the math. Okay. Oh, got it. There you go. You put the notifications on. Remember, like, subscribe, and put the notification bell on. Then you get my stupid videos. Okay. Yes, federal covered advisors. This is who else had a problem with this? Oh, Audrey, this is a little thing for that. So this is part of it. If you're a federal covered advisor, yes, you can do testimonials as long as you disclose the relationship. Are you paying them? Who they are? Stuff like that. Okay. And what the time period covered. So that's this. You have to disclose that. Okay. But state advisors cannot do testimonials. Now, when if somebody posts a testimonial to you on a site you don't control, that's not a problem for you. It doesn't matter. Okay. Is a casino rigged? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to get shot. Okay. Edward Jones. Okay. Yeah, so it all comes down to this. Max is right. Mondo, if you're going to be working with other customers like to advise them, the CFA will do you no good. It looks good, but it will do you no good and it'll cost you a lot of heartache. Get the CFP. If you're going to be analyzing stuff, get the CFA. But if you want to go the FA route, you don't need it. Okay. No, horrible. I am not. I am lazy. Okay. No, I have 2 girls and 2 boys. I'm not that good at that. No, Max, just the 7 p.m. and the 8 p.m. one. The 6 p.m. one is for the 65, 66. It will serve you no good. So what he's asking about, I have a membership class, and I'm going to do this quick. I have a membership. So for $6, you get to watch my old membership class videos. For $20, you get to watch my options and the old membership videos. For $25, you get one class on a Friday night, either 7 p.m. for the 7 or 6 for the 6 p.m., plus the options videos, plus the old membership classes. And for $50 a month, you get the options class at 8 p.m., the 7 class at 7, and all the options videos and all the old class. Okay. Oh, Philip, that's awesome. You're going to be ready. You're ready. You're going to love that. Okay. Okay. I think we did some damage. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what it is, Mando. Okay. If you go to the trading desk, get the CFA. If you go to the advisory role, get the CFP. So wait to see where you fall, right? So get all the licenses, make sure they're all done, and then see where you go. If you go to the trading desk, go. The problem with the trading desk is it's I don't know where it's going to go. I was a trader for 30 years. Okay. I don't know where it's going to end up with AI and computerized and stuff like that. It always gets smaller, but advisory people always need that shit. But go with, yes, Max, 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern. Perfect. Okay. Options at 8, 7 at 7. And if you guys want to join, just hit the join button on my thing. Don't do it on your phone because Apple adds 30% to it. If you go to a trading desk, your CFA would help you. If you go to the advising route, a CFP or something like that would help you. You could even, if you even got the trading desk, you can get the Kaya, which is like a CFA light. It's really just an alternative investment one. It's more for hedge funds. Not a bad idea. Boom. Phil, you're going to nail it. And we got this. Okay, everyone? That's awesome. We ate a little over an hour. Okay. You're killing me. It's 9:40 and you're asking me new questions. You mean a prospectus? An offering circular is for Reg A. A prospectus is for registered securities. An offering circular is for Reg A plus, Tier 1 and Tier 2. And the prospectus is for registered offerings. They're like the same sort of thing, but the circular is like this big. The prospectus is that big. Okay. I think I'll say this again. I think we did some damage. Everyone be good. Make sure you wash your hands. And may the force be with you. And I am going to head out of here. Okay. Linda, I appreciate it. I do think it's well spent. Think about this. If you do the $50 one, if you're taking the 7, you're literally getting 8 classes in a month. That's $6 a class. If I do the math, it's $6.25 a class. That's pretty fucking cheap. Okay. Okay, here we go. That's fine. I'm kidding around. Yes. Well, again, yes. Because Mondo, you don't need luck. You're going to nail it. You do not need luck. You're going to get some sleep. Get the hell off here. Go get some sleep. You're going to nail this thing. So yeah, you can take the 63. Yeah, they don't care what order you do it in. Listen, you can really take the 63 if you miss it, take the 66, and then you're done. Remember, the 66 covers the 60. Oh, wait. What? If you have the 6, then you can't do this. But if you have the 7, you can do the 66. If not, you can do it 63, throw a couple attempts at the 65, and then go take the 63. But don't think this. You're not going to fail. I want you to say this. I'm not going to wait for you to say it, but you need to say every morning, I'm going to pass this fucker. Okay? Boom. I love it, guys. Everyone, have a good night. Christine, Christine, you can absolutely take the 65 after, but you're going to pass the 63 this time. Okay. Everyone, on that note, I'm gone.
Hey.